In the final months of 2025, something unusual began unfolding on the global stage. Quietly, without headlines, without theatrics, and without the noise that normally surrounds major diplomatic shifts. Across a series of high-level meetings and interviews, Canada signaled that its foreign policy was entering a new phase, not one driven by ideology, nor by old loyalties, but by something more fundamental: shared values and long-term stability. And within that recalibration, one country emerged as a central pillar of Canada's future strategy: India. At the same time, Australia, facing rising pressures in the Indo-Pacific and growing competition over critical minerals, was realigning its own supply chains, technology partnerships, and energy strategy toward New Delhi as well. For both nations, the conclusion has become unmistakable. India, not China, is the partner best positioned to shape the next decade of clean tech manufacturing, mineral security, and democratic collaboration. Welcome to Geocapitalist, the channel where we break down how minerals, money, and diplomacy quietly reshape global power. Today, we explore why Canada and Australia are pivoting toward India at a moment of historic geopolitical realignment. If you enjoy fact-driven geopolitical analysis, make sure to subscribe. Let's begin. At the 2025 G20 Summit, a subtle but significant moment unfolded. Canada's leadership made it clear that future alliances would be built on shared democratic values, governance standards, and long-term stability. This was not a rejection of traditional partners, but a recalibration of priorities in a world where economic power is shifting rapidly toward Asia. India's presence at the G20 stood out. As the world's largest democracy and one of its fastest-growing economies, India is emerging as a crucial player in clean energy, advanced manufacturing, and regional security. While some countries struggled with diplomatic tensions involving New Delhi, Canada saw an opening, a chance to rebuild a relationship that had faced difficulties, but one grounded in deep historical and cultural ties. Australia, already strengthening its Indo-Pacific partnerships, recognized the same opportunity. For Canberra, cooperation with India offers a pathway to regional resilience and to reducing dependence on a single dominant supplier, China. The G20 revealed something deeper. Countries like Canada and Australia are no longer searching for alliances based purely on geography or legacy. They are searching for partners who share a vision for a stable, transparent, democratic global economy. And India fits that vision in a way few nations can. India's transformation over the past decade has been extraordinary. Once viewed primarily as a fast-growing market, India is now recognized as a global leader in clean energy technology. It is one of the world's top developers of solar and wind infrastructure, hosts some of the largest renewable energy projects on Earth, and has built an industrial ecosystem capable of producing batteries, turbines, and photovoltaic components at scale. What makes India particularly attractive to Canada and Australia is that this growth is not accidental. It is strategic. New Delhi has positioned clean energy as a national priority, investing heavily in research, manufacturing, and export capacity. Unlike China, whose dominance in solar and battery materials raises concerns about supply chain concentration, India offers democratic governance, regulatory transparency, and a desire for deeper partnerships with like-minded nations. Canada sees India as the missing piece in its own clean tech ambitions. Canada's vast reserves of nickel, cobalt, and rare earth elements are essential for the energy transition. But manufacturing capacity is limited. India provides the industrial scale Canada lacks. Australia sees India as the future of energy demand in the Indo-Pacific, and as a critical partner in diversifying away from China's overwhelming dominance in clean tech supply chains. Together, Canada, Australia, and India form a natural triangle: minerals, manufacturing, and technology. and this triangle could redefine global energy systems for decades to come. Canada's foreign policy has entered a new era, one defined not by inherited alliances, but by principles. In recent public statements, Canadian leadership emphasized that long-term partnerships should be grounded in shared values: democratic governance, human rights, transparent institutions, and respect for diversity. This shift reflects a global landscape where nations are recalibrating their relationships in response to rising geopolitical uncertainty. India fits into this vision in a way that few major economies do. Although complex and diverse, India remains a functioning democracy with an independent judiciary, vibrant civil society, and a long history of institutional endurance. These qualities align with Canada's own political DNA. They also create space for cooperation in areas ranging from technology and clean energy to security and digital governance. Equally important is economic complementarity. Canada brings critical minerals, advanced research, and clean energy innovation. India brings manufacturing scale, engineering capacity, and a rapidly expanding consumer market. Together, they form a balanced ecosystem capable of powering the next generation of clean technologies. Rebuilding relations between Canada and India requires navigating past disagreements, but both countries recognize that the future holds far more opportunity than friction. A modernized trade framework, one that includes protections for investors, clear dispute mechanisms, and predictable regulatory rules, could anchor the relationship for decades. For Canada, aligning with India is not simply about economics. It is about securing a democratic partner in the Indo-Pacific, diversifying away from single-country dependencies, and strengthening a rules-based order during a period of global transition. In this context, India becomes not just a partner of convenience, but a partner of principle. Australia's role in the emerging Canada-India partnership is both strategic and indispensable. As a long-standing regional power in the Indo-Pacific, Australia understands the challenges posed by shifting geopolitical dynamics better than almost any other democracy. For more than a decade, Canberra has worked to deepen ties with India through defense agreements, educational exchanges, and large-scale investments in critical infrastructure. Australia's motivation is clear. The Indo-Pacific is now the center of global economic gravity, and India is positioned to be one of its defining powers. Strengthening cooperation with New Delhi enhances regional stability, diversifies strategic relationships, and reduces reliance on China at a moment when supply chain vulnerabilities are becoming impossible to ignore. What makes Australia particularly valuable is its experience. It has already built a robust partnership with India through the Quad, through bilateral trade agreements, and through extensive collaborations in mining, cybersecurity, and technology. This experience gives Australia a unique ability to act as a bridge, linking Canada's resource strength with India's industrial capacity. In clean energy technologies, Australia and India share aligned interests, securing renewable supply chains, advancing innovation, and building reliable mineral flows for the decades ahead. Australia's geological expertise and long-standing commercial presence in India make it an ideal partner for accelerating trilateral cooperation. The recent launch of a Canada-Australia-India technology partnership confirms the direction of travel. It reflects a recognition that the future of energy security, digital governance, and economic resilience will be shaped by democratic cooperation across continents. For Australia, joining forces with Canada and India is not just a tactical move. It is a foundational step toward creating a stable, transparent, Indo-Pacific-led clean tech ecosystem. The announcement of a trilateral technology cooperation partnership between Canada, Australia, and India marks one of the most significant strategic developments of the decade. This framework goes beyond symbolic diplomacy. It creates a functional architecture for building clean technology supply chains entirely within the democratic world. Each nation brings a vital component to the table, forming a system that is greater than the sum of its parts. Canada contributes what few countries can: responsibly sourced critical minerals and advanced research capacity. Its reserves of nickel, cobalt, graphite, and rare earth elements are essential inputs for clean energy technologies. Canada also offers regulatory transparency, environmental stewardship, and a stable investment environment, foundations that global manufacturers can trust. Australia provides extraction at scale. Its mining sector is among the most efficient and technologically advanced in the world, with decades of experience operating in remote, complex environments. Australia's geological expertise and infrastructure make it a reliable engine for high-volume mineral production. India completes the triangle. With manufacturing scale, engineering capability, and a rapidly expanding renewable energy sector, India is positioned to produce the solar panels, wind turbines, and battery technologies that will define global energy systems through the 2030s and beyond. Its role transforms minerals into finished products and innovation into deployment. Together, these three countries can build a clean tech corridor that competes with, and in key areas surpasses, the supply chains currently dominated by China. It is a partnership grounded in democratic values, shared strategic interests, and a common goal: to create a resilient, transparent, and sustainable energy future. The global clean tech landscape has long been shaped by China's dominance in solar manufacturing, rare earth processing, and battery material supply chains. While this has delivered efficiency and scale, it has also concentrated critical components of the global energy transition in a single geography. The pandemic, geopolitical tensions, and export restrictions have shown how vulnerable such concentration can be. Canada and Australia are not seeking confrontation with China. Both maintain important economic ties and recognize China's central role in global trade. But they also understand that resilience requires diversification. A supply chain built entirely around a single nation, regardless of capability, exposes industries to risks that can ripple across continents. India offers a democratic alternative with scaling potential. By partnering with India, Canada, and Australia, reduce the likelihood of supply disruptions while supporting the growth of a country that shares a commitment to transparent governance, long-term investment, and rule-of-law frameworks. This alignment makes diversification a strategic enhancement rather than a geopolitical statement. For Canada, shifting part of its mineral export strategy toward India strengthens its value as a trusted G7 supplier and positions it within a broader democratic energy ecosystem. For Australia, cooperating with India reinforces its Indo-Pacific security posture and expands its export destinations at a time when regional competition is intensifying. This shift is pragmatic. The goal is not to replace China, but to ensure that the world's clean energy transition does not depend on a single point of failure. In this sense, the pivot toward India is less a break from the past and more a preparation for a more balanced global future. The emerging alliance between Canada, Australia, and India delivers tangible benefits to each country, economically, politically, and strategically. For Canada, the partnership strengthens its position as a reliable supplier of critical minerals and clean technologies. India's manufacturing scale creates new demand for Canadian resources, while collaborations in hydrogen, advanced batteries, and low-carbon aluminum deepen Canada's role in global innovation networks. For Australia, the partnership provides long-term demand stability and a stronger foothold in the Indo-Pacific's expanding clean energy markets. Australia's mining expertise and proximity to India make it an essential participant in the regional energy transition. The partnership also complements Australia's broader strategy of building resilient, diversified supply chains with democratic partners. India, meanwhile, gains access to the mineral inputs and technological cooperation required to accelerate its renewable energy goals. With a population exceeding 1.4 billion and rapidly growing energy needs, India requires vast amounts of clean tech infrastructure. Partnerships with Canada and Australia give India the resources to expand its manufacturing base while reducing import dependencies. Together, the three countries construct a supply chain that is stable, transparent, and built on shared democratic principles. The alliance also strengthens their geopolitical influence, demonstrating that democracies can coordinate effectively across continents to build secure and competitive energy systems. This trilateral alignment is not merely a temporary arrangement. It positions Canada, Australia, and India at the core of a new global clean tech architecture, one designed to withstand economic shocks, reduce vulnerabilities, and support sustainable development for decades to come. This emerging network would extend from Canada's mineral fields to Australia's extraction hubs and India's manufacturing centers, creating a continuous corridor of clean tech production spanning three continents. In this scenario, Canadian nickel and rare earth elements flow to Australian processing facilities and Indian factories. Australian lithium supports India's massive battery plants. Indian manufactured solar panels and wind components integrate into Canadian and Australian energy grids. Research partnerships connect universities in Toronto, Bangalore, Melbourne, and Vancouver, accelerating innovation in hydrogen, energy storage, and grid technology. Such a system offers resilience. It reduces dependence on supply chains vulnerable to political pressure or geopolitical volatility. It distributes risk across multiple democracies and builds flexibility into the global energy transition. This architecture also supports economic development. India gains industrial growth, Canada expands its value-added processing, and Australia strengthens its role in the indo-pacific economy. The world is moving toward a clean energy future. But the question is, who will shape it? By aligning their strategies and pooling their strengths, Canada, Australia, and India are positioning themselves to influence the direction of global innovation, investment, and energy security for the next generation. This is not just an alliance. It is the foundation of a democratic supply chain that could redefine the global economy by 2035. And there you have it. Why Canada and Australia are betting on India and not China. If you found this video, I encourage you to watch our next video. It will help you understand how global alliances are shifting. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we continue decoding the strategies reshaping the world. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.